Is it out of pocket to say I don't buy tissues because we already have toilet paper and I can literally just use toilet paper? Hey besties, and welcome back to Sustainability Sunday. Today is a little bit different because I feel like absolute garbage. I went to an event. I was covering it actually for Instagram. You'll see on Instagram all about the event. It was so much fun. But I had to leave early because I was having a POTS flare up. So I had to leave a little bit early. And then we got some severe weather. We had a full tornado warning. We had severe thunderstorms. It is still, I don't want to say it's downpouring because it's not downpouring, but it is still raining. So if y'all hear what sounds like rain, don't mind that. It just is raining. But I have now, I wouldn't consider it a migraine per se, but I have so much pressure in my head, mostly behind my eyes and some in my jaw, which is very strange, but apparently atmospheric shifts can do that. So that's what I'm dealing with. Between a flare-up and just feeling unwell, you would think sustainability would be the last thing on my mind, but that's not true. It's very possible to still be sustainable while you are under the weather, and that's what we're gonna be talking about today. The first thing might sound really dumb, but it's genuinely what I'm wearing. When I'm not feeling good, I don't care about wearing super cute PJs. I'm not gonna go out and find a matching set of PJs. It's not a fashion show if I'm not feeling good. When I'm under the weather, my PJs are going to be a comfy t-shirt and sweatpants. This was from when I saw Demi Lovato in concert with my friends. The Neon Lights tour was one of the most fun shows that I ever went to. And I don't wear this shirt out much, but I wear it to bed. It's not about buying new PJs that are cute and you feel cute in. It's about just wearing something that's comfy. Wear clothes you already have in your closet. You don't need to go out and buy new PJs just to have cute matching PJs. Wearing what you already have, that's sustainable. Here's one for my chronic illness girlies. As someone with POTS, I need to hydrate a lot. I need electrolytes a lot. And I do tend to, from Costco, get the big thing of liquid IV. I love liquid IV. I have to do the sugar-free. I can't do any drinks that have a lot of sugar. They actually trigger my heart rate way too much with POTS, but they're all individual packets. Is that sustainable? Not really. That is creating more waste. Yeah, I consider it a necessary medication type of thing, but it's not sustainable. You know what's more sustainable? In this episode of things you can also get from Costco that do almost the same thing. Not necessarily as well, but almost the same thing and are way more sustainable. You have coconut water. Coconut water hydrates you better than plain water. The packaging is recyclable. It still gets you your electrolytes and it's more sustainable. Depending on what brand you get and where you get it, some is in the little cardboard recyclable packages like the one I have here. Some are in metal cans. They have all different brands of coconut water. They all are a little bit different, but coconut water always hydrates you. If you're hydrated and if you get your electrolytes and if it's more sustainable than just individual use packets, it's better. They do sell, giant bottles that have multiple servings in it. It depends on where you're getting it from, what you're getting, but it's more sustainable. Also, I've never seen it, but if they have like a big tub of electrolyte powder, I've always wanted that. Like how you can buy like obviously big tubs of like pre-workout, big tubs of like those greens powders. Do they have a big tub of electrolyte powders like that? Because if so, please let me know because I need to get on that. That would be the most sustainable option. So if any of y'all have any recommendations for those, please let me know. And then there's comfort items. Things that are there just to make you feel more comfortable when you're under the weather. As soon as I'm done filming this, I can tell you I have gel ice packs that I'm going to put on my face. They help to relieve the pressure and I'm very excited to put them on. We have cooling towels for if I start to overheat from a POTS flare up. We have reusable ice packs that we got back when I pulled something in my neck because we were all out of frozen veggies at that point. But frozen veggies are also way more sustainable as an ice pack because you will then eat them. Is it something else that's wrong? Do you need a heating pad? You can either get a reusable one that you use over and over and over again because apparently disposable heating pads are a thing, which is awesome if you're out and about and you have cramps and you need a disposable heating pad, but like for the most part, no. But honestly, even better than the plug-in reusable ones, they have those rice bags that you put in the microwave and they just stay warm. I 10 out of 10 would recommend those. 10 out of 10 would recommend those. Also, hot water bottles are an oldie but a goodie. I don't know if they even still sell them, but they are a staple item from previous generations for a reason. I personally will not do hot water bottles because I have a cat that likes to try to claw holes in literally everything. I can't even set up an air mattress around her because she will claw holes in it. So me and hot water bottles, I'm a little nervous they'll leak everywhere because of my cat and her claws. But there's a reason they're a classic. Medications. We have to address it. I'm not taking medications for this because of POTS flare up and then atmospheric pressure. Medication won't really help. I might take an Excedrin migraine if my head gets worse because I don't want it to turn into a full migraine. But some people have fully stocked medicine cabinets. And is that sustainable? In my opinion, no. What do I think is sustainable when it comes to medication? I think you need to know yourself. In our medicine cabinet, we don't stock Dayquil. We don't stock NyQuil. We stock Tums because I always have bad acid reflux. We stock Excedrin migraine because I do get chronic migraines. We stock Mucinex D, the orange box, the one that is behind the counter, because I get chronic sinus infections, or at least I used to. Now when I feel one starting, I take a Mucinex and it stops it before it starts. So that is a miracle medication in my mind, game-changing medication if you have sinus issues. Other than that, we cycle through a lot of different digestive medications for my different stomach issues with my IBS. I've always got some type of either Zofran or the over-the-counter equivalent of Zofran because pretty girls have tummy trouble. I always have Benadryl because in case of accidental avocado exposure, I need something to help me out. And separate from the Benadryl, I have my daily allergy meds, which is the Costco brand. Whatever the green and white one is, I think. Is that Allegra? Is that Claritin? Whatever it is, they're generic of it. And floating around somewhere is always Motrin. I'm pretty sure it's in one of my purses right now, actually. But we always keep Motrin on hand because it's necessary for something at some point. Did you notice something? Did you notice there's no Dayquil, no NyQuil, no cold and cough medication of any sort? There's no Advil, there's no Tylenol, there's no Aleve, there's Motrin at some point. The medicines that we have are very exactly what we need. Know yourself. Know what you're going to stock. Why stock something that will go bad if you're not going to use it frequently enough? My fiance doesn't really do any medication ever, so we don't even talk about what happens with him because he won't do medication. Having a medicine cabinet full of medications that I might need but most likely won't is not sustainable. Having exactly what I use frequently is sustainable. And the most important part is having things that you know you will use up. The amount of times that I have used up a bottle of Excedrin migraine, wasting medication, having it in your cabinet and you don't use it is not sustainable. And then what are you gonna do with it after it goes bad? Are you throwing it out or are you flushing it? Because flushing it is not good, but too many people do that. This is a big one for me. Foods that are easy to make when you're not feeling well. I love a good microwave meal. If my fiance is at work and I'm home by myself and I'm having a flare up, I want something that I can just grab and pop in the microwave. I don't want to have to worry about standing and cooking. Right now, I'm not standing. I literally dragged a chair over to sit in because I'm not feeling good. You want something that you can make quickly and easily. Another thing I have is gnocchi. I'm a big fan of gnocchi. I get a specific one from the grocery store. It's vegan and gluten-free. It takes 2 minutes to cook on the stove. Literally, I just heat up water, toss the gnocchi in once the water's boiling, and it's ready in 2 minutes. Most people like soup when they're not feeling good, right? Chicken noodle soup is the comfort food. Well, my friend, to that I say, boil water. That's all it takes. If you want soup, boil water, because these are blocks of bouillon that I can use to make chicken broth, vegan chicken broth. I do sometimes use a discontinued chickenless chicken seasoning that I still have some of from Trader Joe's. I will literally just add that to water and it literally tastes like the Campbell's chicken soup broth, but chicken bouillon. Oh, but that box only has 8 cubes. How many boxes of those do you go through? That's not sustainable. Fair point. This one is the vegan beef flavored one. This is a pretty big jar. Only 8 ounces, however, I was gonna say I use pretty much about a teaspoon. Maybe if I'm using a lot of water, 2 teaspoons. Teaspoon is 5.5 grams, it says according to nutritional facts, and this is 227 grams. So think about how many uses I get out of it. I'm not vegan, I don't care, I don't want that. Okay, you can get what my fiance got at Costco. 16 ounces of bouillon. This is his ham flavored one. This one's not vegan, but he keeps in the fridge because he uses this one. You can get it in bulk. It's literally just pure flavor mix to make broth. I don't know a better way to describe bouillon than that. It's literally, the tubs are a paste, I have the cubes. You just mix it in with the boiling water and it makes broth, and you can make whatever soup. I could quite literally do water, one of these cubes, and then some of my gluten-free pasta. Mix in spaghetti, mix in orzo. My fiance's gotten the little shapes that are like the chicken and stars shapes. You can mix in any type of pasta with it, and boom, you have your own version of noodle soup with the chicken flavor. I, again, don't add chicken to it, or you can do what my fiance does, because he is an amazing human and he is wonderful to me. And if he knows I'm not feeling good, he will take tofu out of the freezer and he will marinate it in a water and chickenless chicken seasoning base. And then he'll cut that up so that it's like little chicken, and he'll put it in the soup for me. Yeah, I lucked out. He's a really good one. When I'm not feeling good, I'm not gonna go through all that effort. I will boil water, I will mix in some bouillon, I will add in pasta to it and let it cook. These things you may already have in your house, but they'll last you forever. A lot more than one can of soup. This, I wanna say, has lasted me 2 years so far. This has lasted him since we've moved in here. These last forever, and you use them so many times versus a can of soup you use once. This one might sound dumb, but when you're sick, just save energy. Your own and electricity. If you're sick, stay in one room mostly. That's what I like to do. I'm either laying in bed or I'm laying on the couch. If I'm laying on the couch, I'm not gonna have lights on everywhere. If I'm in bed, I'm definitely not gonna have anything on except for maybe the TV if it's not a migraine. If it's a migraine, lights out, sounds out, absolutely nothing will be bothering me during a migraine. But if you don't feel good, don't use extra energy, your own or electricity. Don't force yourself to do things anyways. Unless you're me right now doing this, because this is the equivalent of me going to work. If you're watching a movie on your phone or on your computer, don't have the TV on too. Don't have extra lights on. If you don't need the air conditioner on, don't turn it on. I'm normally perfectly content with an ice pack and my gel cooling eye mask and maybe a cooling towel if I'm overheating. If you're cold, add extra blankets. I have 4 throw blankets in the living room. 4 of them. In the bedroom, I have the top sheet, I have our quilt, and I have my weighted blanket. But I've been known, especially during the winter, to bring some of the living room throw blankets into the bedroom to keep me extra warm. And then we have extra blankets down the hall in our storage room, mostly for when guests come over, but if it's winter and I'm cold, I will pull those out as well. Another big one is a lot of people say, oh, I'm not feeling good, I'm gonna take a shower. Take a cool shower, honestly. People think that a hot shower will help. A cool shower will genuinely, unless you're stuffed. If you're stuffed, take a hot shower, it'll open your sinuses. But if it's anything else, a cool shower can help regulate your body better. I know that sounds wild, but it can regulate your system a lot better if you take a more room temper cool shower than if you take a hot shower. It saves energy, but it also helps regulate your body's nervous system. Or just soak in a bath, because I do love to do that. I will run a hot bath. I'm not gonna pretend I don't. I run a hot bath. I will bring in quite literally a hamper, flip it upside down, put my laptop on it, and play Grey's Anatomy while I take a bath. Works 98% of the time if I'm not feeling well. And then finally, give yourself grace. Always just give yourself grace. Don't push yourself. Sustainability isn't as important as being okay. That's why I can justify having liquid IVs. Just like if you're prescribed a medication, it may not be the most sustainable option, but it makes you okay. Pill bottles, prescription pill bottles, are not normal recyclable. But you know what? They make you okay. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Zero waste is not realistic. Zero waste is not something that most people can achieve. Taking care of your health and making sure that you are all right should always be your top priority over being sustainable. If you can do both, awesome. But taking care of yourself should always be your top priority. And that's the point of Sustainability Sundays. Make sure you can be sustainable without massively affecting your lifestyle. If the only sustainable thing that you do when you're under the weather is turn off the lights and drink from a reusable cup instead of a water bottle, awesome, you've done it. You did something sustainable while you're not feeling good. But as long as you take care of yourself, that's the most important part. Progress over perfection. Put yourself first. What about you? When you're not feeling good, if you have a chronic illness and you're having a flare-up, what do you do to make sure that you're still sustainable while you're under the weather? One of my favorite free tips is literally floor time. If I'm having a flare-up, I'll just sit on the floor or lay on the floor and take take an ice pack to cool my body down. I would love other tips though, because clearly with how often I've been having flare-ups lately, my normal go-tos aren't working out as well as they could be. Let's help each other out. How do we try to save the planet while trying to recover? Let me know your tips. We can discuss them in the comments. I think that'd be so much fun. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and alternating Mondays and Fridays. Every Sunday is Sustainability Sunday, so if you love sustainability, I'll see you here every Sunday. I also have a playlist of Sustainability Sundays, which I will link below. When you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, otherwise YouTube will never tell you when I post new videos. It's a little bit broken like that. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.